doing? I hope you are doing amazing. Hope your Valentine's went on amazing. I hope it was good. I hope you had fun. I hope you did everything you can do to celebrate your significant other. And I am so happy that your relationship and your marriages are moving to the next level. Karibu sana to this particular video. My name is Marian Mikali. If it is your very first time, you are most welcome. Asante sana kwa kutune in. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. My subscribers, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Welcome to this video. Today we are talking about traits of the one. But before we do that, let's talk about myths that we have about there are no enough men, and so you want to iba wa wenyewe. Please listen. You do not need anybody's man. God has a man for you. So chill out and wait for your man, okay? You're still working on getting your spouse. You need to also work on yourself. So before we even talk about the traits, let's talk about things that you can do. Number one, heal from your past. If you don't heal from your past, imagine, guess what? You are hindering a lot, and you are hindering yourself, because you will always have walls after walls, because when someone else did this and this particular guy you're dating has done it, ushaanza kuona red flags zenye hakuna. So if you don't heal, you actually are blinded from seeing a person for who they really are, because you are so focused on digging dirt from them, okay? Another way of healing is also accepting and actually being aware that, you know what, I have been dating the wrong people, so I need to change my kind of people that I attract, because if I don't work on some of these things, I'm gonna end up being very hurt and I'm not going to settle. And then also find your purpose. No, why am I here? Why am I a woman? Why am I in this generation? Why am I in this particular season? Because of course, if you don't know your path, you will attract all the wrong things and all the wrong people. You know, there's a quote I had that if you don't know the stage, you don't know your destination, every stage you will be unashuka tu. So any man that comes your way, akipanga munashukia Githurai, munashuka, yet you're going to Thika, you know, that is your destination. But when you know your destination, even who akikuja, then they will alight and you are focused, you're going. So find your purpose, know how to hear God. And I know maybe you're watching this video and you're not born again, and of course maybe you don't care, but the important thing is He created you. You need to hear Him. Sometimes as motivators or counselors and other things, we will have ideas on this is the right spouse, they will look like this, they will be like this. But what if your man is wired differently? What if out of all these 7 traits I will mention, they will come with 2, or they will come with 1, but it is the will of God for you to be with that particular person? You need to hear God. Sawa sawa. Hear God for yourself. He will direct you. He loves you. Sawa sawa. Because He does that, He will want the best for you. So of course He will give you someone that actually is for you, and you will avoid all these mistakes that people are making, and you will be, of course, in a good place. Let's start with the traits. Number 1, it has to be a lover of God. And when I say a lover of God, this is what I mean, ladies. Sometimes if you want a man to really understand you, they really need to be in sync with the Holy Spirit and with God. Because there are sometimes when women, we are so complicated that even sometimes me, I'm like, hey, I'm tired. I also tire myself. And we are too complex. We have so much going on, especially when you're pregnant. You have emotions, you have all these things going on. It's just too much, okay? It is too much. You need someone who can understand you, and the only way a person can do that is if they know God, because of course God will give them all these characteristics of humble, humility, patience, understanding, all these things that you say you need. Oh, I need an understanding man, I need a patient man. All those things, all of them are a package. They are a gift that comes from the Holy Spirit, even self-control. So of course he has to love God. Number 2, another trait, make sure that you are attracted to them. Sawa sawa. I know that I have had, and when I was single, I had this thing. Don't look at a person's physique. Even God looks at the heart. God is a spirit. I am a human being. Men are visual. They want to see. You have to be attracted to that particular package that your person comes in, okay? I am not saying that you be too specific at now because he came, you wanted tall, maybe light and brown hair, and then he came short, but he has red hair, and now you don't want him because of those specifics. When you become too specific again, you are losing it. What I'm saying is, make sure that the package that he's coming in is attractive enough. Remember, it is a marriage. At the end of the day, another reason why God brought us together, apart from us being helpers and helping one another, it is also for companionship and for us to actually multiply. How do you multiply? You have sex with one another. If you are having sex with someone, you have to be attracted to them. Your body needs to recognize and actually flow with feelings. Unajua? So you have to be attracted to each other, you guys. And please do not usiwe mtu mwenye unahurumia. Ati I am dating him because I pity him. Ati he has catered me for long, so let me just marry him. Those ones are not reasons for marriage. Tafadhali. He needs to look good in your eyes, okay? I know the body changes with time, okay? That is okay. But at the end of the day, you know, you need to remember and know that, you know what, I loved something about this person, okay? I have seen old people like my grandparents. Yes, according to us, they have wrinkles, they look funny because now their skin is not as tight as ours. Maybe their face is not as, they have wrinkles and they're looking the way they're looking, but they love one another because at the end of the day, they remember there's a specific thing I loved and attracted me to this particular person, and that is why I'm with him or her for all these years. Sindio? So number 3, he should love and cherish you, because it is also even something that God told them and commanded them. I say, you men, husbands, love your wife. Why? Because God knows that when they love you, they will go an extra mile to do things for you. They'll go an extra mile to just appreciate you, to care for you, to protect you, which is their job, which is something actually they do, but it comes from a place of loving you, okay, and cherishing you. So when a person is not giving you 100% and you feel like ananipenda leo, kesho akona mood swings, please walk out. Let him love you for real, and don't over rationalize ati Najwa anakuanga hivyo ni mood swings. No, if he doesn't love you, he doesn't. If he doesn't cherish you, he doesn't. Okay. Women are built to blossom from being loved and being cherished. If you're a guy and you're watching this, when you love your wife, submission becomes easy. It is so easy for me to like, hey sir, yes sir, what do you want? Because I know you love me. I know that everything you're doing it because you care for me. So of course for me, submitting won't be an issue. It will be like, here, I am loved, I am cherished, I am good. And being loved is not being gifted at kila saa kupewa pesa, sijui kubaiwa range, sijui kupelekwa wishi runda. Love is deeper than just that, okay? So also understand what is love, so that when you're talking about love, don't say that you're submitting to a sugar daddy because they're giving you money. That is not love. So, okay. Trait number 4. You will not have to make him into a man. Yes, like he's already a man enough. Yeah? When God was creating Eve for Adam had already, yani alikuwa amefikiria place ya enya ukweli, I am alone, I am lonely. Na see, I am alone and I need companionship. You know, it was coming from a place of I actually need the help. I need it. Sindio. and when Eve was presented, he didn't dilly-dally. Ati sasa huyu ni nani? No. He was very quick. He was like, "Pap, this is the rib of my rib, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone." I have been misquoting that thing, but of course, yes. Like, he automatically recognized, this is my wife. Because he was a man already, he didn't need to grow up, okay? So if you feel like you're not designated to carry a man, that I need to work on him. Yes, I believe in ideas of being supportive and being an inspiration and also motivating your man, but please do not marry or date someone, especially easy relationships in a date wangu for 10 years and you're still dating. Ati, oh, I am growing him, sijui nini. let me not laugh, because I've also been in a place where I was watching someone grow, and the funny part is they actually never they never changed. And when they started to actually look like they are mature enough, guess what? Their priorities changed. I was no longer the kind of girl that he needed for that particular season. And it was my fault, because I encouraged and I tolerated it and I was there. And in my head I was building my man, and he wasn't even mine in the first place. So why shouldn't you do that? Number one, you shouldn't date a man's potential, okay? He may never reach his potential with you. Yeah, that is why you should never date a man that has not actualized his potential. He might never reach that potential with you. And the thing is, what you see in him might not be accurate. You might want him to be something. What I know about women is the minute you either date someone, you like someone, you see a future with them. But the thing is, it might not be accurate, it might be not what he wants, and you are simply reflecting on his capabilities. But of course, you see, it's not what he wants. This doesn't mean he cannot connect with it. Also, it might be because a connect na wewe hivyo your design, he's just not there. Again, if you push him so hard, there are women who are builders. I call them husband builders. Wanatujengea wanaume. Your work is to, when men pass through you, they come out, it's like they have gone through school. You have taught them how to grow up. The thing is, when you teach them, they will never settle for you. You will always be a teacher. And this is why you have been so hard on them. Umewafinyanga, ukawafinyanga. At the end of the day, they will just get someone. Imagine mume date for almost 2, 3, 4 years. He will wake up, walk out, go 3 weeks, 4 months, just 6 months maximum. Unaitiwa harusi. Why? Because with you, he was working on himself. You were there to support him, but he wasn't there with you fully. I know there are relationships where women have held their man, they have supported them through it, and men have actually done amazing things, and they come together and they build a marriage. It happens. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying that majority of us women, we just work on other people's men. We grow them, we encourage them, but they never end up with us. Also, don't date that person's potential, date their character. And by what I mean by character is a man that has shown you, I have a vision, and he's working towards the vision. Sindio? Si mtu tu amekaa tu hapo. Maybe imagine right now you're building a house, and then this person comes with their water and their seat, and they're seated, and then they're drinking water, and they're watching you as you build. Yet, according to you, you're building together. Honey, you're not building together. You're building for someone else. So you need to respect yourself and allow him, and it has to come from a place of, if he loves you, let him get out of the way. Give him time. Work on himself. If he's ready, he will come back. Okay, another thing is, make sure you know the difference between support and sponsoring a man. Sponsoring and support, those are two different things. Senior, you see, one thing I learned about investments is every time you invest on something, when you sell and buy shares, there's a time you sell and the shares have rise, and you buy. There's a time you sell because also you can do, so it depends. Ikiwa chini you buy, ikipanda juu you sell. It's the same thing with your relationship. You have to be in a place where you're looking at it as an investment. I am investing my time, I am investing my energy, I am investing my money. If you are, I am investing sexually, I am investing emotionally by just encouraging you, you know, and helping you. So at the end of the day, you will want returns, okay? If you have not gotten the return that you want, you tend to cling to this particular person. So you won't move on, you won't do anything, because in your head you're like, I need returns, I have invested here and I am stuck here. So even when someone else comes, you don't even have time to look at other people, yet maybe they are the right person for you, because you're so blinded and so focused on, oh my god, I made my investments here, I need them to mature and I need my returns back. So of course that is the reason why you should not invest or date potential. Another thing, you neglect yourself. Remember, when you're so focused on building someone else because unafeel mimi niko sawa, let's work on you so that maybe unifikie, is that you forget yourself and you don't invest yourself. But the thing is, there's more to learn, there's more to achieve, there's more to, you need to grow yourself. So of course you will have forgotten yourself and you won't have room for improvement. There are things you need to learn. You need to also step back, give him time, space, for get some space, and then you can reconnect when that person is ready. Okay, in those situations where if he is serious, he will really want you, sawa sawa, and you will see it, because when you give him time, you will see how quickly he will want to get back on his feet so that he can connect with you and become on the right track, so that he can feel that he is worthy of you. That is a person who really treasures you. But you need to also allow yourself to take time. One day, you know what, I love you, I appreciate you, I know that you're growing, you're in that season of growth, and I need to give you time because I feel like you're not ready, but we can work together. Sindio? While I am focusing on A, B, C, D, kindly work on yourself. I'm not saying no, I am saying that there is need for time. And in that space, don't date. If you have to invest in him as a friend, because unajua as a friend, whether you get returns or not, you know, whether you end up dating or not, there is also that friendship vibe where right now I don't feel bad when I invest in friendships, because I'm like, that's my friend. You know, when I invest emotionally, even when I invest financially and you help someone out, you don't feel that need of si lazima urudishe because I did it as a friend. Okay, so if you need to help someone, help as a friend. And you know what, give it time. If it is meant to be, it will be. If it is not, don't. Okay, another thing why you should not date potential is sometimes we actually as ladies encourage this man to be lazy, because when you see him procrastinating, his lack of ambition, you know, his unwillingness to do things, what he wants to do is to sit down and watch the movies and play PS. But you're seeing potential, you're seeing how this person can be A, B, C, D. You go, you get a loan, you want to do an M-Pesa for him. Please, allow the man to be driven himself. Yes, and work on himself, single, so that if it is building together, you guys are building together. Even him, there's what he's bringing to the table. And while I finalize this particular thing, this is what I want to say. I'm not saying that if you are financially stable, you should not date a man that is not financially stable. Sawa, I am not saying that. What I'm saying is, if this particular person does not have potential, hata akiwa na pesa, because sometimes some of them are lucky, they get money from inheritance. Some of them are lucky, they come from very good families, so they're not doing nothing, they're just staying at their homes, ama wamerentiwa nyumba mahali. So what they do is just sit, and they know at the end of the day the bill will be paid. I'll just holla at Made, I'll holla at Father, they'll send the money, we pay. Also, that one is okay. He's siana ka kopoa, but the thing is, Is he really putting effort? Ukikaa chini uanalyze your situation poa, when you guys get somewhere where you need to get serious, where will this particular relationship go? Yeah, because you see, the parents wouldn't be there to support him all that time. So of course, don't encourage laziness. Encourage him to do something as much as he's getting support from his parents. Number 5, he wants a helper, not a playmate. Remember, we have talked about you cannot make him into a man. Sindio, boys want playmates. They want you to come, we have sex. They're not serious, they're not invested. But a person who is very serious wants a helper. Sawa, he doesn't want to play with you. He's very serious. They are very direct. Let things be clear. What are we doing here? We are not just taking coffee. We are not just going out on dates. We are not doing indoor dates. What are we doing? What is the end result of this particular dating? Ama tunaenda? Don't just go with the flow. Acha historia sijui twende tu venye tunaenda, alafu tukifika pale mbele tutajua destination. No way. That is a boy, because hajui ni nini anataka. So anataka mflow tu hivyo mpaka mahali ataona hii kitu inamfavor, then he decides. No, he needs to be fully invested. Then stop waiting for him to be ready. I know that some of us are in that space where I am waiting. We have been dating for 4 years. I am waiting for him to be ready so that he can propose. If he hasn't proposed until now, yet you are cooking, cleaning, you are washing his innerwears, you are living with him, maybe already you have a baby. What readiness again do you want? You have already given him everything he needs to show him that actually you're a wife. You have submitted, you have stayed with him, you have stayed under his counsel. What readiness again does he need? Lastly, don't let mixed signals distract you. So an inconsistent action is a consistent answer. If I show you that I am inconsistent, I have answered you. And the answer is very consistent that I am not actually the right person. Number 6. Trait number 6. You will experience genuine connection, not just chemistry. Okay? So so that I can make it simpler. Chemistry is getting along, liking the same things, same interests, passions. When you say that you have chemistry, it accounts for the ability to get along with one another. It's two people happily coexisting with one another. Chemistry is the foundation of a connection. It sets the tone for two people to dive deeper, although this may not always happen. With connection, it is different. It is two people who develop a bond. They enjoy each other as they are. It goes beyond what we like. It comes to, this is Marion. She has dreads. I need to love her for who she is. She shrubs. She has a fake tooth, she has whatever. It goes deeper to who you actually are. It goes deeper to your character, to your habits, to your things. Because remember, you will live with this person. So of course the connection helps you to know if you can handle this person. Get deeper. It goes beyond common and shared interest. It is a deep, genuine connection and allows people to be comfortable with vulnerability, where you can just expose your weaknesses and not be judged. That is the connection I'm talking about. So of course you guys need to share that connection, not just chemistry. It has to come from that place of, I love you because of who you are. I love your past, I love your failures, I love your achievements, I love everything about you, because that is what actually will cement your marriage. So of course, yes, so there is that. Trait number 7. He will want all your love. And this is just simply what we were talking about. The same measure that is given to you, even as he loves you, is the same measure he will expect. When you love someone, you want to be reciprocated. You want, when you do 1, 2, 3. That's why we have this tit for tat slogan. But in marriage and in relationship, it's different. Yes, it is a tit for tat, but it is a subtle tit for tat. It is, this person has gone out of their way for me. I feel like, and I want to go out of my way for them. And it comes from a place of not keeping scores really, but just appreciating and loving the other person for who they are. Sindio. And a whole man wants a whole woman. So what do I mean? You're there as a person. You're saying that you want a man who can be honest, a man who is open, and who will love you, sindio, and it will give you all his love. But are you yourself open, honest, and are you willing to give him all your love? You see, don't expect things that you cannot give, sindio. If you love someone who does not, you want someone who comes and they don't have loads of baggage and issues, you also need to work on your own baggage and issues, sindio. A whole man wants a whole woman. So this particular video has been a bit longer. I wanted to separate the traits, but I've noticed when I separate a video and I do part 1 and part 2, the part 2 doesn't do too well. So let me just put it all together. Forgive me for using a lot of time. I hope you have learned something about the traits. I will summarize them on the description box, because I know inside some of the traits I have added other points, and maybe they might bring confusion to some of you. So I will basically just lay them down, the 7 traits that I think are important for the one. Disclaimer: these traits, yeah, are just things I have researched, okay? And sometimes you can get there more, or there are other better ones that maybe I didn't see or I overlooked, but it doesn't mean that these ones are the low, okay? So they can change, but try and see if they will help you even as you look for the perfect person to settle with. I am amazed and I love this particular interaction, and I hope that it has been a good place for you to learn and for us to interact. If you love this kind of content, kindly subscribe and help me share as well. Thank you so much for staying tuned. My name is Baron Mikali. Ciao.